Look, collateral damage had a man shook. And now man speaking Spanish. I could have been a Mia or more. One more time, I'm probably on tour. Never spent peas on Christian Dior. I'm in the NJD next door. He could have been a millionaire, but he was in a block downstairs. Collateral damage had a man shook. Streets turned a boy to a collateral damage had a man shook. Street turn a boy to a it's the 1-4 BPM murderer. Bex, I know you ain't heard of her. She's a superstar on the virgin. I stay working, the works is working up. I've been working, the craft is lurking up. True say I don't go church enough. I seen the same man lie then preach again. I speak the truth, what you're teaching them.
The crowd is assembled here at the FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis, Tennessee, looking for a Grizzlies victory. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. The Pacers will play just this one game on the road before returning back to Indiana. And of course, Jaden Ivey. We'll get to see him for the first time playing for the Grizzlies.
And as you were mentioning, I mean, that trade has this team buzzing. You can see it in the warm-up line, how loose and confident they look now with him on that roster.
So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board. Maxey, no good. Here is something, Greg, from Pacers history. They were a dynasty at one point, and you remember it well.
Yeah, you're talking about the ABA days, but it's true. The Pacers were a dominant team before the merger. They won 3 titles in 4 seasons just before joining the league.
And that one's good. Ingram.
You must chase Ingram off the three-point line. He's too dangerous of a threat to hit a triple.
For 3, Henderson. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Left side, Maxey. Markkanen from outside. Connects from three-point range.
Beautiful play call. That's understanding Markkanen's strengths and putting him in a position to succeed.
Pass to Mathurin. Holmgren. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And Toppin throws it down.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Holmgren. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, I mean, take that. Holmgren, he knows defenses want to rough him up a little bit, and he welcomes the challenge.
Greg, we were just talking about Chet Holmgren, and he's a lot tougher, I think, than his frame might indicate.
Physically and mentally, he does not back down. In fact, he's often the one who initiates contact. You think you're going to bully him? He's going to try to bully you.
Here's Holmgren. Grizzlies making the shot. It's a two for Mathurin. Markkanen pulls it in. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Right wing to the inside. Kicks it out to Maxey. Picked by Markkanen. Inside. And Markkanen throws it down.
The ability to play inside out. The more Markkanen attacks the rim, the more he creates opportunities for their perimeter game.
Holmgren gets the bucket.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Memphis moving that ball around. Back to Toppin. Pass to Daniels. Maxey in the corner. Just 5 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And the rejection by Holmgren. Ingram with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Ingram outside. No one near him. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee.
And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. It's a 3-point game. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first. 3-pointer, Markkanen. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Pass to Holmgren. Markkanen pulls it in.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
In the corner, Daniels. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From deep, the offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Holmgren the screen. Back to Henderson. Taken away. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Memphis?
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
And I also like how they've trusted one another with the rock, creating shots by keeping the ball moving.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Scoot Henderson spent 2 years with the G League Ignite team after graduating a year early from high school. He said, "It's my path. Since I was a kid, competing at the highest level in the world has been my main goal. Becoming the youngest professional American basketball player is just icing on the cake." Kevin, for him, it's all about ODD, overly determined to dominate. Back to you.
I love it. D.A., thank you so much. The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw this game. We haven't seen a lot of players come from Finland, and that's where Lauri Markkanen is from.
Not at all. Only the second NBA player from Finland. It's got to be a special feeling to represent your home country like that. Playing with good instincts, Nikhil making those around him better.
Good on the three-point shot. Maxi's got the lead up to 9 now for the Grizzlies.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Ingram with the steal. Three-pointer, Daniels. Memphis the rebound. Markkanen. Oh, and there's the
Nice.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Great for a franchise like Memphis. Is there a specific way they have to build?
Through the draft. I mean, they aren't going to get the huge A-list free agents, so you have to hit on your picks. You also have to keep your guys happy. Sign them to smart extensions.
And Steve, when a team wins or loses a few in a row, how much does that carry on to the next game?
You know, Kevin, it carries on. It's dependent if you're executing and playing well. Sometimes you can just lose and you feel good because you're playing the right way. But if you're losing and not playing the right way, it can carry on. Same thing for the wins. Really clever move here. They expected Jaden to take it, but he gives it away.
With the drive. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Back to Nance. Oh, and here we go. Watson, nobody back. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Good defensive awareness from Alexander Walker. Sees his chance and forces a turnover.
Pass to Ivy. Out to Nance. Ivy with it. Scoreless thus far. No good on the three. Here's Black. Kuzma outside. Indiana moving it around. Here's Alexander Walker. Hey, Greg, gritty is a word that is often used to describe the Grizzlies team.
And I think it applies to this unit as well. These guys are all tenacious and hungry. They play every game with a healthy chip on their shoulder. They love to compete.
This is the area of the game we've seen lots of improvement by Alexander Walker.
Down low. Here's Nance. It's rebounded by Indiana. Here's Wiggins. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And this is why Wiggins has become an efficient scorer, doing a much better job with his shot quality, and loves now to attack inside.
Warren a screen. Outside Holiday. 2 on the clock. Back to Warren. And stolen by Wiggins. Here's Henderson. A putback. And the second chance effort by Gordon. And now just a 4-point Memphis lead.
And offensive rebounding really about timing and positioning there. Gordon using both to burn the D.
Holmgren with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. That one good for 2. Wiggins has got his second basket.
And the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
Terrific recognition there from Jaden Ivey, spotting the open man and wasting no time getting him the ball.
Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. And then Washington with the dunk.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Henderson outside. Lets the 3 fly. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Here's Holiday. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And it's out of bounds, and last touch by Holmgren.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And so it's Memphis, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Memphis leading by 9. To the paint. Here's Ingram. Mathurin with some nice defense. And the Pacers with possession here. Toppin pulls it in.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Ingram wide open. It's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Taking a glance at Lauri Markkanen, Steve, a big man who possesses a lethal touch from way outside.
Kevin, this is what makes him a perfect stretch 4, as well as an all-star caliber talent now. And you get the sense he still has room to grow.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Henderson attacking. Out to the right wing. Gordon a screen. Another shot. That shot no good.
Ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Ingram with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. There's a screen by Toppin. Can't stuff the alley-oop home. Pacers trailed by 14. Here's Henderson. And then Henderson with the jam.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight for the rim.
The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. Off target from outside. Pass to Wiggins. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Wiggins has got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
To the middle. Here's Toppin.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Henderson attacking. Can't connect from short range.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
Here's Daniels. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
Outside, Markkanen. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel. 16 points for him.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Holmgren the screen. They need this. It's rebounded by Memphis. Max Maxey into the lane. Toppin, no one around him. And it's Memphis with another.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Some changes here for the Pacers. Pacers trailed by 19. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Now, the league says it wants every team to play to win, but All-Star Kevin Durant said it's just not realistic, adding, each year only a few teams can win it. If you're not going to be a playoff or play-in team, might as well go for a top pick. Get some reps for guys who ordinarily wouldn't make the rotation and maybe change their lives as well. Kevin?
And that's an interesting take. Thanks, D.A.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker flashing the athleticism right there.
And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. You know, the book on Ivy used to be sag off him and let him fire, Steve. That is not the case any longer.
Jaden Ivey has a legitimate outside shot now, Kevin. He can lead on the mid-range and is more comfortable with the three. Has put in the work to improve his weaknesses.
And the Grizzlies leading by 15. Nance with no one around. And another miss by Memphis. Here's Alexander Walker. And a strong finish with two hands.
And they definitely have the edge in those fast break points.
They can't be afraid to keep pushing the basketball in transition because in the half-court set, they're struggling a little bit.
Back to Nance. Pass to Washington. 4 on the clock. Nails the 16-footer. Washington's got 7 points in the game.
And watching that defensive effort right there, you wonder how much they want this game.
They are getting buried tonight with plays like that one, allowing too much space for a good shooter.
And here's Ivy. Nothing on the board. There's a screen by Washington. In the corner, Nance with it. The kick out to Holiday. Takes the three. Buries the long-range jumper. He has 5.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
And so it's Memphis, holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Pacers trailed by 18. Anderson looking it over. Down low. Outside Mathurin. Holmgren the screen. Mathurin attacking. Yep, it counts. Mathurin's got his first 2 points of the night.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
There's a screen by Toppin. It's deflected. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. And the Grizzlies lead by 18.
Great ball movement by B.I. Spots a wide open teammate and feeds him.
Pass to Mathurin. Holmgren the screen. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
It's just a passing clinic from them in this game. Solid communication and unselfish play all around.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
Gordon a screen. Henderson attacking. Scoot Henderson became the youngest G League player ever in 2021. Greg, he was only 17 then.
And Kevin really speaks to his abilities that he was ready for that near NBA level of competition at such an early age. In a league of the best athletes in the world, Scoot Henderson stands out. He can just levitate in the air, blow by defenders. Scoot putting on a show.
And so Henderson will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers, trailing by 19. And the foul on Dyson Daniel. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
Holmgren in the corner. It's tipped. And it's Memphis on the break. Here's Maxey. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And with the new CBA, Greg, free agent conversations can start basically the day the NBA Finals conclude. Do you like that move?
I think it's good to have rules that teams will actually follow. In the past, it was July 1st, and let's be honest, teams were talking to players well before that.
Toppin with the steal. Pass to Daniels. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
To the paint. Here's Holmgren. And just miss after miss right now.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
Well, you love to see that. Holmgren keeping his eyes up and his options open.
There's a screen by Toppin to the inside. And Toppin throws it down.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Outside, Maxey. 1:39 left in the 4th. Back to Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Grizzlies.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Tyrese Maxey.
You love to see this kind of leadership, directing traffic, keeping everyone happy. He was the straw that stirred the drink.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
It's Ingram on the wing. Picked by Markkanen. And Markkanen throws it down.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
Here's Black. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you...
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I flew it to Tupelo. Hello?
Leave me on red. You was me.